What's up, guys? I'm Tinashe Moyo, and welcome to another episode of Stride. On this channel, my goal is to inspire people to take the first step towards their goals in life using my personal experiences. And in this video, I will be talking about the journey towards finding my own voice. So sit back and enjoy. Welcome back, people. So I've got this friend from work, right? Now, this is not Paddington, because I know when you hear the word friend, all you think of is Paddington. I mean, I've got other friends. Yes, Paddington is my close friend, but I also have other friends too. So yeah. So this friend from work, right? We met, I think, about 1.5 years ago. So we started working on a project together. And from that time, like when we worked on the project, we instantly clicked. And ever since that day, we've been really close. So before I recorded this episode, we agreed that we'd keep things private. So I won't be name dropping, and I will do my best not to say the name. So, anyways, we've been close, and she's helped me out with so many things. And uh, this other day, I came up with an idea for one of the brands that she works on. And the idea was more of a jingle for the brand. So I had actually made a demo from the production, the lyrics, and I even recorded using my phone. So the jingle itself, the idea was inspired by a song called Light Switch by one of my favorite artists called Charlie Puth. I'm sure most of you guys know him. So I went with the demo to see my colleague, and I played the song for the colleague. Yeah, I played the song, and then after the colleague listened, man, this is hard to just say colleague. I hope yeah, whatever. So after I played the song, right, uh, the colleague then said to me, well, this is good, but the unfortunate part is the brand locally, it won't be able to accept ideas like these because the brand takes things from, I think, the main branch, which is outside of Zimbabwe. So unfortunately, it won't be able to go. But then the colleague went on to say, okay, but uh, have you ever thought about doing voiceovers? And then I was just like, man, well, yeah, here and there, but not really. Then the colleague was just like, okay, I think you can do voiceovers. Then I was like, no, you know, my voice sucks. I, you can actually hear it. It sucks. I hate my voice. And the colleague was just like, man, no, if you can sing like that, then that means you can do voiceovers. Then I was just like, don't you hear how much I suck singing? How then do you expect me to do voiceovers? The colleague was just like, nah, you're just being silly. So there was a document that had some stuff written, a small script written for one of the brands that the colleague works on, and the colleague was just like, okay, I need you to take this, go home, read and record like a voice note on WhatsApp, and then send it to me. So there was like two options on the document, and the colleague was just like, okay, do those, and then you send them to me on WhatsApp. I've got a friend who's got a studio who works with voiceover artists, and maybe I can, organize some stuff for you so that you get to meet the guy. Then I was just like, all right, cool, I'll go and try. So I did like the voiceovers as requested, and then I sent. So the colleague had then said that after you sent the stuff to me, I will forward the number of the guy to you so that you just text him and just say that I referred you to him. So I got the number, I texted, the guy did not respond. Then I was just like, yeah, that's what people do. So I told the colleague that, and then the colleague was just like, all right, it's fine. I'll get a hold of the guy. So we had conversations about that, and then uh, time passed. I think a few weeks, and then the colleague suggested something different from voiceovers. The colleague now came up with the idea of me going to a radio station and maybe try and work as a news reader. Then I was just like, what? I mean, news reader? I mean, that sounds stupid. Because I mean, voiceovers sound cool, but news reader, bro, who would who wants to be that? But then in that moment, I was just like, okay, man, I just have to keep an open mind. Plus, you've got a friend who's trying to help you out with something because of your voice. It's something that you've never thought about yourself. So I was just like, all right, cool. I'll give it a shot as you request. As per your request. Man, bad English. Sorry. So yeah, we she so the colleague got hold of the friend from a radio station. Now, because of privacy, I can't uh, talk about the radio station like the name. So, yeah, the colleague booked an appointment. They worked on booking an appointment for me to maybe audition, get to talk about myself. I ended up having to pray for that. And the day came, we went to the radio station, we met with the friend, we also met with the deputy editor. Uh, the higher up, the film editor was not there, so we had to deal with the deputy editor. So we got into their boardroom. I played a demo voice note, because I was just asked to read maybe just a paragraph from a newspaper, or a newspaper article, or just something from the internet. And so I got something, I read it, I recorded myself, and then I played it. So after I played the clip, the deputy editor was just like, oh yeah, well, he actually has the voice for the radio. Maybe you might just need to tweak a little bit. When you listen to the radio, like the news, try and listen to what other people, like this person or this person, does, and then maybe you might get to pick a few things from that. So the deputy editor then sent me, I think, two news scripts for me to record as demos, so that I could send the demos to him, and then he would forward the demos to his senior, his editor. So I got to practice that, recorded with my phone, and then I sent those voice notes to him. So afterwards, days passed, weeks passed, and then we were just like, okay, are we are we gonna get anything? But then we just told ourselves to just be a little patient with the whole process. So yeah, we just kept it cool for another couple of days, and then the colleague was just like, okay, try and get hold of the deputy editor, maybe just to follow up on things, just to see how things are doing. And then I got to follow up on the deputy editor, and he was just like, the editor isn't back in office, so I'll just try and push and see how things go. And then I was just like, all right, that's cool. So I gotta be honest, there was a part of me that didn't want to be a news reader because I thought it wasn't cool. But then there was a part of me that also wanted to do it. all because of the fact that it ended up occurring to me that my grandmother, my grandmother, my my dad's mother, that's correct, right? Yes. Um, she she was a radio presenter and actually a pioneer, a trailblazer, because she was the first black female radio presenter, and her name is Mavis Moy. And till this day, she's still alive. So it when it occurred to me, I was just like, okay, maybe it's probably God trying to pass things from one generation to the other. So that's the one thing that actually fueled me, like, okay, let me get serious with this thing. So days kept on passing, weeks, we got to have chats with the colleague, you know, um, yeah, nothing was really materializing until we then just got to a point where we are just like, all right, I think we did our best, and you know, the best wasn't enough. So after all the hustle, the struggles, and everything, all I can say is that we tried our best, but I failed. I didn't get the job. I didn't get it done. And did it bother me? Of course it did. I mean, when you want something, when you're working for something and it doesn't work your way, yeah, it kind of gets to you in a certain way. But then at the same time, you just get to understand the fact that, it's probably not the right time for an opportunity like that to work. I mean, that's how God works at the end of the day. So it's just like, yeah, I will be patient with myself. I was really grateful with the fact that I got that opportunity. It's something that never came into my mind. Like, I just wanted to do the cool things, but then there's this thing where you get to learn different things. You get to see things from a different perspective. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity. Now, the moral of the story is this. One of the things that I got to learn was that the colleague is one of the most selfless people. Is that the right English? One of the most selfless. Oh, yeah. One of the. The colleague is like a down to earth, selfless person. I mean, I think we need more people like that in this world because you don't always come across people who get to give you free information, who, I mean, push as much as they can, like putting all their energy into trying to get you an opportunity in life. I mean, I'm really grateful for that person in my life, and I wish nothing but the best uh, towards the colleague. And the other thing that I got to learn is that in life, you don't always get to win, because people usually um, people usually fantasize on the idea of winning, getting everything that they want. But then when you win every single time, I mean, you know, something might be wrong. Because even the Bible itself said that life will never be, smooth or swift. So I think it's something that we just need to understand in life that when we suffer defeats, when we lose, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, but it's just the beginning. You get to learn different things. You build endurance. You also get to, I mean, learn about patience. Because even if we look at different industries, if we look at Hollywood, the most famous, most talented actors, I can talk about some of my most favorites: Matt Damon, uh, Christian Bale. They all get to a point where, some of their movies flop at the box office. Same thing when it comes to musicians. Albums flop, uh, singles flop, but then you never get to hear the story that they quit because their songs flopped or their movies, flopped, they still get to, push as much as they can, because there's certain ingredients to, people's lives, things like passion, focus, love. I mean, all of those things into one, including faith. Those are the things that should always keep us going. It's, yeah, I know it's hard, it's difficult to accept defeat, it's difficult to accept a loss, but if we get to understand that those things teach us to be better in life, I'm sure things will always be better for us. So this is just my message to you guys. When you fail, don't ever get worried in life. I mean, I will. Okay, so we've come to the end of the video. And if you've been getting value from my content, please leave your thoughts in the comments section, leave a like, and do subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. And make sure that you click the notification bell so that you never miss a single video that I upload. So this is from me to you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.